Hey guys, it's Rare again. I'm here with Digatron. We're here to talk about another topic that's been going around. Yeah, we're a little late on the game, but we've got kids, and so sometimes it takes us a little bit longer to put stuff up. But, anyways, Wonder Woman and her new debut on DC Nation. Some people are not too happy about it. I've seen the pictures. I know you've seen the pictures.
Yeah, I saw him. I don't know
So,
why I got so mad.
I understand like why I was irritated in the beginning, but I was not informed properly of what it was.
Yeah, you did that thing called reading, where you actually look stuff up and you go, "Oh, it wasn't what people were making it out to be." Fancy that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the picture. I'm not a fan of that particular art style. She has quite a following, so obviously there are fans of it. But my take on it, and I had tweeted about this with somebody, was basically she did a cosplay. DC, I think, is the one to blame here. I don't think they informed people of what it actually was. When they put out their tweet, they wrote only one word for the Wonder Woman 1984 number one at Rooster Teeth variant cover by Robin Eisenberg. Rad. Out September 29th. And that was all they wrote about it. And they posted the picture, which I'll show you now. And it's definitely not Wonder Woman. It's not. It's not any form of Wonder Woman I've ever seen.
No.
And so I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I don't really like it. And a lot of other people felt the same way and proceeded to actually put out some really cool fan art of Wonder Woman and what they felt she should look like. But
Well, one of them made a great point that if you're a thicker girl, there's certain proportions that thicker girls have. They don't have those proportions, not in general. They don't look like that. What was it? Who was it that drew the other picture
there's a lot of
and
people
enhanced her boobs, and that's all they did?
that.
That's literally all. People took her picture and made her breasts bigger. That is all they did. The picture looks the same. Oh, look, that's better. So that's all it is. That's all it takes is to put. Some, is that all we need?
Well, that Star Wars girl put out a picture that looked really good, and it looked like Wonder Woman, and it was a good tribute, in my opinion. Um, but here's my unpopular opinion. I don't think we should be getting mad at this artist. The artist did what she was supposed to do and what she was asked to do, which was draw her original character with some Wonder Woman garb on her. She wasn't drawing Wonder Woman. She was drawing her alien human hybrid thing that she draws. She's got a whole style, and I'll post some of those too. They all look the same. Some of them I won't post because they're pretty graphic in nature. You can go look them up if you're so inclined. But it wasn't Wonder Woman. It wasn't Wonder Woman any more than me putting on a Punisher hoodie and becoming the Punisher. It was just her character in a Wonder Woman t-shirt and jeans. So I guess where I stand now, because now I know a little bit more about it since I looked into it. DC, I think, needs to be called out on this.
They didn't write it right. The way they wrote it, it made it seem like they were going to write like a graphic novel and start some new campaign with this new look Wonder Woman, so everybody appropriately jumped on it like they were doing some type of evil injustice on the world, when at least my opinion on it is if somebody pays you money, they want you to do a book a certain way, and you agree, I don't really have a problem with that. Now, if the book's garbage, it won't sell, and that's ultimately what decides what is going to get created anyway and what isn't. If people do not buy it, it will not get created. It's just that simple. It's just how it goes. Capitalism speaks. It always does.
Yeah, I don't blame the artist for jumping at something like this to be able to do a cover for DC. I mean, that's granted DC's made some questionable decisions, but that's still freaking cool. I do blame DC for not making it more apparent that they weren't redesigning the character, because the way they left it made it seem like this was a character redesign. And we're all a little touchy on the subject of character redesigns, to say the least. So that maybe they still will redesign the character. I really hope not. But I think we all jumped to conclusions when it was posted because DC worded their post very poorly. But I wouldn't beat up on this artist. I really wouldn't. She did what she was asked to do, and she was happy to do it. And honestly, I'd be happy to do it too. I mean, I know DC's not done some great things, but still, to be on a DC cover would be really freaking cool to me. I can't draw, so there's that too. It won't happen for me, but I still think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would be. I just can't get over the fact that they put boobs on her and thought, "Yep, there it is. That's better." That still makes me laugh.
You're not a boob guy.
I'm not, but that's everybody's like. They're like, "Oh, look, it's better now." Like, holy cow!
No, some of them actually changed her clothes and took her out of jeans and put her in more traditional Wonder Woman garb, depending on which Wonder Woman you've read. There was a lot of really good fan art that came out of it. I'm not a fan of this artist's particular style, but she does have a following. So obviously some people like it. But I mean, I did see a lot of other fan art come from this, other people's ideas of what it should look like. I think we were all just under the assumption that this was DC's reimagining of Wonder Woman.
They jumped to a conclusion without actually looking into the actual information to see are they going to recreate Wonder Woman.
Well, I did too. I jumped to the conclusion too because I'm used to the comic book people just changing things on a whim into something completely and utterly different. So I don't blame people for jumping to the conclusion. I did it myself, and when I finally read into it, I'm like, oh, it's not cool to jump all over this artist, even if you don't like her style. But I do think DC should be a little bit more transparent when they are featuring other artists' work as a tribute to something like a character, not necessarily a remake or a rebranding or things of that nature.
I don't know. To me, it was weird that she was wearing jeans, and then after you mentioned that she came out and said, "Well, no, she's not recreating Wonder Woman," and she said that she was just drawing her character. When you go back and look at the picture, it makes sense because she's wearing jeans and a T-shirt. I don't remember, like, if she came out wearing the full Wonder Woman garb, which is basically like a one-piece, bathing suit, with gauntlets and a tiara and high-knee boots. That's what she wears. That is not what this woman looked like on the front when she drew this. It did not look like that at all. So when she said that, and I went back and looked at the picture, I'm like, I can believe that. Plus, I really don't have any evidence to say otherwise, so that, and like you said, it looks just like all her other characters that she draws. She took one of those characters and put Wonder Woman clothes on her, other than the jeans, because that's just the shirt, the tiara, and the gauntlet. That's it. It's just human. Everybody likes to jump to conclusions.
I get why they cared about it. I mean, I care too. It's hard not to care, especially when you see like your favorite childhood heroes being just ripped asunder, more or less, in order to appease a very small minority of people who couldn't give two craps about comics to begin with. I guess in wrapping this up, go out there and share CG, share your indie comics. Try not to jump on small artists that are creating their own stuff, even if they're on the other side of the aisle. Let's keep welcoming all these new people into Comicsgate and indie comics and supporting them and sharing their work and show them how welcoming we are as a group and showing people who we really are and not what they say we are. Anyways, until next time, we will see you later. Bye. So, if there's anything you guys want to hear us argue about or discuss, you can leave it in the comments below, or you can find us on Twitter at Digatron and at CalmChaos19. I'm usually there. He's not, but if I see something, I'll tell him to look. He doesn't like Twitter that much. But anyways, leave it in the comments below and let us know what you want to hear or what you think we should cover, or if you want to hear us argue about something random. It's always fun. Arguing's fun, right? See you guys later.